This is a song I wrote about 2 years ago during chemotherapy called Melancholy's Fog. Swing my way, we can be God's symphony of two. My brain's the color of mud, my heart's about to flood, but I dry a spot for you. Plainly, I don't know where I stand. Muddy waters pushing through, make me feel in shades of blue, and these wings have gotta land. Swing wide, all you angels, guarding heaven's gate. I'll be there when I get there, but today's not my day. I looked death in the face, and I wasn't too fond. Prayed 'em back for the moment, now I'm caught in melancholy's fog. And I suppose the feelings often fade, but like dust in the wind, mind blow then come again, affecting all my days. And every night comes like the one before. Demons meet me after dark, saying loneliness is due. God's left me for the pew, and I'm bound for the fire. Swing wide, all you angels, guarding heaven's gates. I'll be there when I get there, but today's not my day. I looked death in the face, and I wasn't too fond. Prayed 'em back for a moment, now I'm caught. Prayed 'em back for a moment, now I'm caught. Prayed 'em back for the moment, now I'm caught in melancholy's fog. Music has followed humans wherever they've gone. The first recorded songs date back to 1400 BC. It's everywhere. If you don't believe me, watch any movie ever. Watch your favorite movie, listen to the score. Some movie scores have become famous. Think of Star Wars, a score known for its hope. Something like The Shining, a score known for the dread and terror that it inspires. There's a certain thing in music called intervals, which is the space between two notes. Something called a minor second, the closest distance we have between two notes in Western music, sounds something like this. Sound familiar? It's the Jaws soundtrack. It's the Jaws theme. A score that inspires anxiety and fear that they capitalized on well and made a lot of money from, really. Versus other famous songs like the Happy Birthday song, with intervals that are continually scaling up in anticipation and exclamation of a build that finalizes at the end of the song. Happy birthday to you. We hear these, and somewhere, subconsciously or consciously, we know how they sound because we can hear something like that and be like, oh, that song sounds happy, or it sounds sad, or it sounds scary. These are emotions that are innate to us as humans, and I believe unique to the human experience. And what I am talking about, because I believe it's so important and foundational to understanding the human experience, is the role music plays in communicating those emotions. I'm of the impression that music is humanity's primary language for communicating emotion. In a world that's becoming increasingly more digitized and automated, I think that our ability to feel uniquely and empathize with others and express those emotions is going to become more and more foundational to the human experience. I think music is a gateway that almost transcends our understanding, so we get to almost ascend to another way of feeling that transcends words. If I were to play that song Melancholy's Fog for someone that's not from America and doesn't speak English, they might not know what I'm saying, but from how I play it and from the notes that I choose and what they hear, they can understand a piece of what I'm feeling. And I think that's essential to who we are as humans. Historically, like I said, music's followed us everywhere. 1400 BC, remember that. So thousands and thousands, potentially more, for years and years of music, because it's just followed us wherever we've gone. It is part of the thumbprint that makes up the human experience. And like I said, with the rise of things like AI, I believe that music and emotion, so the thing music is primarily used to convey, which is emotion, is going to become increasingly more important in distinguishing us from the machines that we make. I played a song called Melancholy's Fog that I said I wrote during chemotherapy. That was a time that was really hard for me because I was clashing with certain ideals, struggling with things like despair, depression, and suicide idealization, while also holding deeper truths of hope and love and joy beyond this horizon. And I didn't know how to write those feelings down. And I journal as a personal outlet. I think it's a good way for me to express how I feel. But there's something that words can't express that I was feeling. And I wanted to share that with others because in some sense I felt alone. And I think that is also, as we become more digitized, something that is an epidemic on the human experience. It's loneliness. It's, do you see me? Can I see you? Like, can I see you and know you intimately and deeply in ways that you want to be known? And there was a certain way I wanted to be known personally that I didn't feel like I could express with my family, with my friends. So I picked up a guitar and I wrote a song. By the grace of God, I was able to express something that was true to me, an experience that was hard and true, that I wanted to share because I wanted people to see me and know me. The lady that wasn't raised in America, doesn't speak my language, I believe she has an innate desire to be intimately known, to share in emotions with others. And it doesn't take language to do that, but it does require emotion. It does require empathy. And that's something that music can uniquely and effectively convey that I don't believe anything else in the human experience and human invention can do as effectively and consistently. So, as the world shifts and changes, and as I said before, things become more automated, I wonder what unique role artistic expression as a whole, specifically music, will play in defining who we are as humans, in defining our experience, in defining our expression. I wonder what flavors it'll take. I wonder what new emotions we'll begin to feel as the world becomes more and more globalized and unified. And I think it's a frontier that we've been exploring for all of our existence and have only just tapped because our emotions are endless. I'm Elias Reeser. Thanks for listening.